Namaste. Happy Ram Navami to all of you and Jai Mohanji. I'm Mohanji Acharyas Subhashri from London, and today I have with me Jack Barrett from London, from our Mohanji Center of Benevolence in Scotland. We are very happy to join on this occasion to share something which is close to our hearts, because it is all about our Guru. Guru in this life, a live master in our life, with a form and the name that we all know as Mohanji, representing the true Guru Tattva, the Guru principle, and how that takes us in this life, in this form, but beyond all lives, beyond all dimensions. There is a very famous mantra shloka in Guru Gita. Probably many of you would have read it or know it. I'll just remind that 4 lines of that shloka says, Dhyana Mulam Guru Murti, Puja Mulam Gurur Padam, Mantra Mulam Gurur Vakyam, Moksha Mulam Gurur Kripa. What that means? That the root of all meditation is the form of the Guru. The root of worship is the feet of the Guru. The root of all mantras is the word of the Guru. The root of liberation is the grace of Guru. With that as the foundation, what we are presenting to you today in half an hour time is a meditation, a dhyana on our Guru Mohanji. This is something that came from the heart of this follower, this disciple, and which is based on the foundation of complete devotion, total surrender, and only love for our Guru. Words cannot describe what Guru means in our life. Probably, maybe most of us have not reached that state yet, even to understand or comprehend the value, the grace of what we have in our lives. But how this meditation came into life, why we are here talking, this is what I'm here to just share a few words with you. And I have also added, requested Jack to join me to share his views as well. So this is how it happened. In the month of December, when Mohanji actually released the Sai Baba meditation, I was listening to that meditation. I was listening to Mohanji's voice, and I was also just going through the words, the transcript of this meditation. That's when it's a beautiful meditation. Thousands of people have experienced it, gone through it. Mostly all of you would have also gone through it. When I was listening those words, and I was also reading the words on the paper, this is like a voice of Baba that, or from my heart that came. You should meditate upon your Guru. All Gurus are one, but for me, probably I've not raised to that state to understand that all Gurus are one. And for me, probably at this state, in a very preliminary state, it is my Guru who is the door, the pathway to that state of all Gurus as one. So when I heard that voice that you should meditate upon your Guru, I recognized, but I did not know what to do. A few days later, while I was just penning down some thoughts, some bhav, or what I want to express, some expression was coming on a paper. I was just typing in, and it just flowed beautifully into what is the script that today we'll be discussing. When I read, after I typed everything, I read through it, and I realized that this came from the core of my heart, from the bottom of my heart, but it came from the source. The source was my Guru. So no words come from my mind or from my intellect, from my knowledge. Everything came through that source that I completely surrendered to. I'm no one to create a meditation. I'm not an enlightened person or nothing. It only was based on that devotion and connection to my Guru. When I, of course, I had to offer it, surrender it to Mohanji, my Guru. I did not want to do something really inappropriate. When I offered to Mohanji, he gave his advice, and truly so, as guru who guides you in every step, holding your hand. He told me that the meditation should end with the affirmation, and those beautiful words that Guru always reminds you, which will bring the true purpose of every one of us. Those words, I immediately understood. I took it from what Mohanji says, this affirmation, and I added that to the script towards the end, in the end. And then I felt that those words actually became the completion of this. Without that affirmation, this meditation was not completed. And after that, I just recorded on my mobile just to see that when we speak out, how does it sound? And then at that point of time in December, Jack was at my home. Chris was also at my home. So I requested them to kind of be a guinea pigs. I said to them that, would you like to listen to what I have written? Both of them agreed wholeheartedly. We sat in our Mohanji room. It was the evening, and I played the that audio on my mobile. Obviously, there is no background music or anything like that. We connected to Mohanji. We felt Mohanji's presence, and we just played. After the audio finished, I requested for how did they feel, because feeling is very important here. It's not about the words. It's not about the language. It's the feeling. Did that script brought that feeling in them? And I will leave it here for Jack to say what he felt. But following that, Jack said, I requested Jack. Jack is a writer. I mean, many of you know, probably have read his book, Avadhuta Gita. So I requested him, can he edit the script, go through it and see if there is some changes that can be done. And he very kindly agreed to edit the script. He went through that and edited. And one thing that he told me, which I actually carried it in my heart even now, and it really made me feel as if those words came from Mohanji directly. Jack said that while I did the meditation and I did the feeling, but when I went through when I was editing, and each word of the script actually took me even more deeper, and I could connect it even more deeper as I was going through the script, the words again and again and again. He needed to do that for the editing. He took some time. So what that opened to me is not the words, but the essence, the connection to Guru Tattva, the connection to my Guru, our Guru. The bhav takes us to that state where we drop everything else. We drop our body, our mind, our intellect, ego, and we connect to Guru at that level. So then, of course, this journey started. I felt that, yes, this can be shared with others. It is not something I can own it. This is not something just for me. Yes, it came from my heart, and I will connect to it always. But it is something that can be shared for others, with all. And anyone, this meditation then took the life today. In some time, you will get to listen to it. It is now edited with background music, and thank you to some of the people who have contributed in the making of it, especially Anya, our AV team lead, and her brother who did the editing. Without them, this would not be here right now. But before we even go there, we know that these words are not Mohanji's written. The voice is not Mohanji's voice. It's very difficult for people to, even call it, even I also feel awkward to call it as a meditation for anybody to practice. It is not a meditation by Subhashri. I'm no one. It is a meditation on our Guru, Mohanji. When we rise beyond Mohanji as the person, Mohanji, with his costume, Mohanji, just as Mohanji as the consciousness, and if we rise beyond whose voice is, whose words are this, we rise beyond that, we will then touch upon that thread, that connection to the consciousness. So while I request all of you to listen to it, it is not limited that you should just listen to this voice, this audio. The script will be shared to all. You all can record it in your own voice if that's what will make you more connected, if you feel connected. And once again, this is not something that Mohanji asked me to do it as an Acharya, or these are not the words that Mohanji told me to write. So this is coming purely from a follower. I wouldn't even say as an Acharya. It is coming from a follower who just loves the Guru immensely and surrenders everything. So if that connects to you, please do listen to me. I would now hand over to Jack to please share. Jack, thank you first of all for editing the script and telling this beautiful, inspiring, motivating words. I would like you to share how you felt about this meditation to everyone.
Thank you, Subhashri. Jai Mohanji. Hello, everyone. So yeah, actually, I completely forgot that before I edited this thing that Subhashri actually read it out before that. I completely forgot that. Maybe my memory is bad, but I only remember I sat down and I started editing it. And I think I went through about five passes I went through, and I was asking Subhashri a few things. And I just did it literally over one night and one morning. That is, I had a go at night, and then I woke up and then had another go in the morning when I was fresh. And yeah, I only really started, the more I began to read it, the more I began to connect with it. And yeah, I just thought it was very good. It needed tidying up a bit, but I thought it was very deep, and there were so many different elements of it. And even though Subhashri says it doesn't belong to her, I still feel there is still the voice of a devotee in there as well. I mean, there's this other voice that comes through towards the end, which is like, okay, this is Mohanji's voice, this is the supreme consciousness. But at least at the start, I mean, the first 10 minutes of or whatever this thing, there is this real kind of devotee's voice, and I think all real devotees of Mohanji will connect to that as their voice also. So that's there. And then, so yeah, so basically I did that. That was about 3 months ago, and then I forgot about it since then. It was just in the background, but I knew that she was going to make it into a proper thing. And then literally this morning is the first time I didn't look at it after that. I didn't hear it since that. So only this morning I listened to it again before doing this. And first of all, the way it's been made with the music is brilliant. There's a lot of amazing kind of musical touches in there that I really enjoyed. And listening to it this morning, I just found it absolutely amazing how multidimensional it is, because it starts off as like, you think it's going to be a kind of normal guided meditation, because she starts off with the usual kind of, okay, feel into your hands, feet, breathe, this and that. And then there's a kind of visual aspect to it of visualizing Guruji. And then after that, after about halfway through, it's just like it transports you completely somewhere else, and the dimension completely shifts. And that's when it gets kind of really interesting and really profound. And that's where you kind of start from and there in a physical way. And then somehow through that, you get transported to the consciousness aspect, to Mohanji beyond boundaries, definition, or limited perspectives. So, and then once you go into the supreme consciousness, again, as Subhashri said, you come out at the end with this wonderful affirmation that whatever I've took from this meditation, whatever I realized, I'm going to bring that back and give it to people through service. And this is really the main message. This is the core message of Datta tradition, which Mohanji belongs to. It's that we're to realize the supreme consciousness, not for the benefit of ourselves, but for the benefit of others. So whatever we realize, it has to be brought back down to earth, back down to other people. And this is what Father demonstrates day in, day out with the way he lives. And that's something that we are all constantly trying to follow and keep up with. So yeah, that's what I've got to say anyway. So thanks for letting me speak, and Jai Mohanji again. You're on mute still.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Jack. It was amazing to hear what you just said about how you felt this morning after the meditation. I just also wanted to share that this last weekend, I was running the Empowered One series with some of the people who are joining. And then there was one point as we are learning, one of the topics where Mohanji was, we learned about the importance of dhyana, where there's one particular point where we spoke about concentrating, meditating upon your guru or God or any one element, that how it helps in the liberation in the final samadhi state. So while we learned that, I was just sharing my experience of this meditation, how this came into life. And I was telling this to people who were there on the session. And we were already half an hour late by the time we were just finishing up the session. And then somebody requested that whatever I said, they just wanted to listen to this meditation. Obviously, I did not have the full meditation with the background music. I only had the script with me. So I said, okay, I will just guide live, reading it out, like how I did it for you earlier, Jack. So then everybody stayed on. Some of the people, even from far away, India and Singapore and whatnot, it was cross midnight, but everybody stayed back with that, intention, and I guided it. And after, when we finished, I noticed everybody had tears flowing. And then they all expressed how beautiful they felt. They, that how they connected. They could feel Mohanji's presence, or whatever the meditation guided. They could feel that in their heart. So, and then the next day, on Monday, it's all miraculous. But on Monday, Anya actually sent me the meditation, which was completed with this, background music and everything. And she said, this is now ready. If you want, we will launch it on YouTube. So I just told her that let's launch it on Thursday, because Thursday is our Guru's day. So we will post it on Thursday. I did not know what this today is. Thursday is an auspicious day. This, when I was, when I woke up, I realized that, today is actually Ram Navami. Actually, last night itself, I realized this when I posted. Somebody said that tomorrow is Ram Navami. And so I obviously, surrendered this to Mohanji. So I sent this audio, the final version with the music to Mohanji. And that is just to offer him at his feet. I do not expect Mohanji to listen to this. This is a 37 minutes long audio. And I know he's busy in Australia, doing so many programs. So I just offered to him and prayed to him that accept this offering, and we will launch it on YouTube. This morning when I woke up, my first message that I received from Mohanji, I saw a WhatsApp, his response by saying that I actually listened to it completely, and this is beautiful. That made me, and then this thing that today is auspicious day, it's Ram Navami. I felt as if Lord Ram received it. And how? I was not offering for Ram. I was not offering on Ram Navami. I was not trying to reach out these gods outside of my connection. I only offered it to my Guru, and offered it in a simplistic way that is possible in my, this terrestrial form. And when my Guru received it wholeheartedly, Ram received it. This is exactly what we are trying to convey in this, in this meditation. When we connect to Ram, we connect to, when we connect to our Guru, we connect to all forms of God. Usually, Mohanji is in his form now. He is in his body now. Probably for many people, it is very difficult to accept how a living human being can have his arati, how a living human being can have his own Gayatri, how a living human being can have, a Sahasranam, how a living human being can have a meditation on him. So these all thoughts come from mind. Because when mind connects to a physical form, when mind sees this man with specs, with shorts and t-shirts, and with open hair, traveling here and there, we cannot accept that he is beyond this physical form. Mohanji appears as a very, very ordinary man. He behaves as a very ordinary man. He behaves to us just like anybody else. So he never carries that extraordinary divinity to showcase or to say that, hey, look at me, I am so and so. And because of this ordinary aspect of Mohanji, it's also difficult for people to see that divinity behind him. Many masters, many known people have said that when Mohanji leaves his body, he would be 1,000 times more powerful. More and more people will connect and understand his divinity, his power at that point of time. But how many people have actually understood while he is in his body that we are not limited by his body, his existence, his physical existence can be a good thing for us. That should not be binding for us. That should not be a blocker for us to see the true divine power behind that. So obviously, like everything else, we do not expect thousands and millions of people to understand this. But I only feel one thing, and which I want to share with all of you. This just came from my heart this morning. I'll just take a few seconds to a couple of minutes to just share this with you as well. So, and this is what I completely surrender and offer to Mohanji, that, Mohanji, you are my source. You are the words and you are the bhav. The bhav, if there is any in this meditation, this is Mohanji. For me, Mohanji, you are the dhyan, this meditation in complete totality. Of course, Baba sparked it and my heart followed it. But Mohanji made it happen. And this is now available for all. So any disciple, any follower, any devotee, whoever feels that or realizes that meditating upon Guru will take him or her to the state of the eternal merger with the Guru, they will definitely grab this opportunity. Meditating upon Mohanji, I believe truly has that power. So for me, and maybe for many other disciples, merging with Mohanji is that ultimate state of annihilation. This is the truth for me, for sure. Of course, there will be thousands and hundreds of thousands of people who would experience Mohanji's grace and his power after he leaves his body. But those few who have realized it even now, while Mohanji is in body, like any other ordinary man, those are the people who are super blessed to have received It's like receiving the Amrit, the nectar, straight from Vishnu's hand. When initially the start of the universe, when the Samudra Manthan was happening, the churning of the ocean was happening, there was nectar and there is poison. Nectar, Vishnu received that nectar and he was giving it to the right eligible people. This is like this, receiving, recognizing that divinity in Mohanji, while even if he's camouflaged with this very humanly ordinary appearance, that is like receiving that Amrit, that nectar directly from Vishnu's hand. I have seen my God. I have found my God. And I've merged into my God. I feel I'm complete. I'm just a tiny drop fallen into that magnanimous ocean. So I only say thank you from my bottom of my heart to Mohanji for allowing this, for letting this happen, for Mohanji to receive me. And thank you, Mohanji, for letting me merge with you, my God. So with that, I think this is all that I had to say. I would now leave it to everybody, all of you, to go through them, listen to the meditation and feel it for yourself. This is between you and your Guru. Any thoughts, any comments, please give. And I would like to now request, I think some of our participants from Empowered session over the weekend are here. If any of you would like to share your experience over the weekend that you shared with me, I welcome you. Please, you can unmute your audio and then you can speak. And thank you, Jack, for your comments. It was incredible. Thank you. Okay, if we'd rather, I'm not able to see the YouTube chat, but if there are people giving comments, we can address it later. But maybe it's time now to let the meditation play, go live, and please enjoy this meditation and give the comments back. If any of you who are on the Zoom, if you want to say, you say, otherwise we can close the call and we can listen to the meditation directly. I can also probably, I think I'll just share the link with you and then you can all see it, listen to it directly. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you're holding on to this, I think we will end the live stream here so the meditation live can start now. Thank you. Thank you all. Jai Mohanji. Thank you so much, Mohanji. Thank you. Love you.